right, guys, welcome back to once again another episode of Tapped In.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
today we have a very special guest, which I'm very fond of. It's been a long time coming, setting up this podcast episode. But without any further ado, let's get into it. The president of President's Park, the anti-fizzy drink superhero, aka, let me introduce you to our brother, Rohit.
Rohit.
Make some noise, everybody.
Mr. Rohit, man, how you going?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no worries. We've been really excited to have you on the show. It's been some time, but we finally got to it, and then here we are, man. So without further ado, I've got so many questions I want to ask you, and let's just get right into it, man. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
All right. First of all, for those who don't know Rohit, he's currently in the middle of a journey where he doesn't actually drink fizzy drinks. And this is not your average, 30-day diet or your New Year's resolution where, January you stop drinking soft drinks or carbonated drinks. Rohit has actually been going for over 1,000 years, 1,000 days without any fizzy drinks. And what's the exact number of days you've gone so far, Rohit?
So today I have completed 1,202 days.
Oh, wow.
1202.
Awesome. That's like what, 5 years?
I
4
think
or 5 years, Rohit?
Three plus years.
three
Yeah.
plus.
3+ years. Awesome. So tell us, what got you started in this journey? How did it all begin?
Yeah, I have been addicted to fizzy drinks since so many years, 35 years. And as I always mentioned, there's nothing wrong with fizzy drinks. I'm not against fizzy drinks. I was mainly against my addiction. I was very unhealthy that time, physically and mentally both. And then I tried numerous occasions to get rid of fizzy. 2021, I saw TikTok and I thought, why don't I start posting videos on TikTok?
Yeah.
And then I started posting videos. That's when the journey started. And luckily, I got so much support. And finally, I got rid of my addiction.
Yeah, speaking of support, you have over 100,000 Instagram followers, and that's unreal, man. So how long has that been like? Sort of, you've been out here trying to make consistent content, and how long have you been posting for to reach, such a high amount of followers?
Yeah, I've been posting since the day one. So since June, July 2021, whenever I started, since then I have been posting videos every single day, apart from some occasions where I temporarily stopped, but I have been posting continuous videos every day.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. I mean, sometimes I'll be having like a Monday morning, about to go for my lunch.
Yeah.
Get a burger and a Coke, and then I'll see Rohit's video. I'll be like, nah.
drop the Coke,
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll just have no fizzy drinks for me today.
No,
So
definitely.
it's good to have, man.
A lot of people have a lot of questions, and all your fans are asking the question and they want to know, are you doing a meet and greet or not? Because you're pretty popular right now in Melbourne.
The people want to know, when's Rohit coming out?
Yeah, I'm still planning the meet and greet. It will be sometime in October if everything goes on planned.
Awesome.
With the meet and greet, the most important thing is it's an opportunity for me to thank everyone personally. So I just don't want 1,000 people to show up in one meet and greet, because then it will be not enough time for me to meet everyone personally and thank them. So I'm planning to do 3 or 4 meet and greets. But with these meet and greets, security will be an issue as well. I don't want anyone else to be there apart from those people who are invited and all those sort of things. So few things in planning, but I will do at least one in October. And depending on how that go, then I will decide for a few more.
We're all excited. We want it to happen. And personally, we're here and we're ready to become your personal security for that day if you need it.
What a humble guy, though, seriously, because a lot of people that do meet and greets, they don't care about that. They rather have more numbers, 2,000, 3,000. But Rohit's different in the sense that he wants to touch personal base, with his fans and his supporters,
Exactly.
And believe me, I think you have a bit more supporters and fans than you think you actually do, Rohit. That's how I came across. I'm a fan of Rohit's work, so
Same. The moment I saw you, that's it. It's like every single day I just look for that video, and if and there's
Something's
not a day
missing,
there's not a day that you haven't posted. So I just want to talk to you about the consistency. You're very consistent with it. Have you had days where you're like, nah, I don't want to post anymore, or I'm not posting, and how do you sort of navigate yourself and start actually posting more?
See, the whole journey and the video thing is more about accountability. I posted videos because I thought if people can support me, I can get rid of my addiction, which I did. So now, how can I think that I will not post videos and don't care about people? That's not the way I think. So because you guys and everyone else held me in the beginning, I am accountable. I'll still continue posting videos. And the main thing is my videos are normally not planned. I just do them impromptu, like whatever the normal happening day every day and all those sort of things. So it's easy. I don't need to plan sometimes I have to relate to previous videos and all, and that will take me 2 minutes of thinking what I said before and all those things.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just a habit now, like everything else we do, like shower, coffee, eating, and that's the same thing for me now. It's just habit of posting videos every day now.
Yeah.
So good, man.
Definitely. And one thing I really, really respect as well is, like the things that you share, like sharing the load with your wife, the responsibilities as a father to your daughter, your baby girl Ira, a lot of people don't have, like, right now, that father figure, or like even men these days don't know what it is to sort of be a father and just be there for, their kids. And it's very inspiring to a lot of people, and a lot of people do look at it and do respect it. And what I like about you is the simple things that, you post, and everybody looks at you like, yeah, I can definitely relate to Rohit. You know what I mean? It's
so genuine, right?
Yeah, very genuine, very humble, which is very great, So
I got a question. Is there any thoughts of you writing a book, Rohit, on the journey? Because I mean, honestly, you've got the audience for it. There is a target audience there for you. So has it crossed your mind?
Yeah, I do get comments from people like this before that. Can you write a book or something? I can, but let the journey go a bit more, and then I will think about reading a book. Few more days.
Do you ever see yourself finishing this journey and like maybe starting, like, actually drinking a fizzy drink again, or it's never gonna happen?
See, in terms of the journey, I don't feel any cravings anymore. Like before, I was unsuccessful so many times in quitting fizzy drinks because the cravings come back. Since I started my journey, I don't have cravings. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with fizzy drinks. In the near future, I'm not going to have fizzy drinks. Say I'm aiming for day 2000 of my no fizzy drinks journey. So still 800 days remaining. After that, I will still have no reason to have a fizzy drink. You know what I mean? I get comments from people. I get comments from people all the time saying, have a sip of fizzy drink, will give you as much money as you want. And those offers I get all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm not I'm not here to make money. That's the most important thing. So
You come with something more valuable than money.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's nice. And I guess, do you have any ideas of, because I've seen some of the comments underneath the Instagram posts where they say you should be working in the health department, for the Australian government. And I think that's not a bad idea. Have you ever thought about shifting career positions into something around the health development, or?
See, I currently work in superannuation industry. I don't mind working in health industry, but I know it's good when people say you work in health industry because you look. That's the only requirement the position will have. Obviously, they will ask me what experience I have, what education I have.
Of course.
So it's good to feel that way that I can work in health industry, but it looks like there are more other things which will be related to that once I apply for that position, say, hypothetically.
More prerequisites and stuff. Yeah, that's fully understandable, man.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
Yeah.
So Rohit, there's a lot of people out there that are suffering from addiction. All addictions are different, and everybody is going through something that's different, So what's one advice that you could give to everybody that that cannot stay consistent, that's always, breaking, like, you know what I mean, have that habit that they just can't seem to break and shake off?
See, the biggest advice which I can give to everyone, which I have mentioned before as well, is think a bit about the future. Say if you are 20 years old now or 30 years old now, you are having this addiction of whatever, fizzy drinks, alcohol, drugs, smoking, unhealthy eating, whatever. So, and as I said, these things are not wrong if they are done in control. Now we are talking about addiction here. So if you are 20 or 30, you are feeling healthy and fine, you are still doing the addiction. But think a bit in the future, what will happen after 10, 15 years? At one stage, your body will give up and you will get caught in the negative effects of the addiction. That's what I did. And that's why I wanted to get rid of my addiction. When I was young, I was having so many drinks, no issues. Then I was having slowly some negative issues. But now at this stage, for example, if I would have continued, I would have had so many more negative issues, blood pressure, heart attack, anxiety, depression, whatever. So the best advice which I can give is think a bit about the future 10, 15 years from now. What will happen if you continue this? And then that will sort of gives you motivation to start your journey.
That's amazing. Profound words.
I
Profound
might
words.
put the Coke Zeros down for a bit myself, man.
Yeah,
Jay it up. I think it's about time.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I was going to ask you, so you know, in terms of like the fizzy drink journey, can you give us, like, for the people that don't know, that are not aware, what are some of the benefits that you've sort of, you know, seen for yourself and your body and your health right now?
So the biggest benefit which I had getting rid of fizzy drinks was losing weight. I was very fat before. I lost a lot of weight, and not only just by getting rid of fizzy drinks, I started going to gym and eating healthy and all those sort of things as well. It's all combined effort, but that's the biggest, and then that relates to other benefits as well. Like if you are physically fit, that will help slowing your pace down in everything you do and all those sort of things. So these are the benefits which I received after I started my journey and when I got rid of my addiction.
And how much weight have you lost in total, do you think, from the beginning? Obviously, you know, through all the things you've done, but since you stopped drinking the fizzy drinks, how much weight do you reckon you've shed it off?
So when I posted my first video ever in TikTok, I didn't weigh myself that time because it was more about getting rid of fizzy drinks. But I reckon that time I was 103, 104 kilos around that time, and currently I am 88.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Wow.
15 kilos,
so,
16
that's a bit.
kilos.
Yeah, I even reached to 82, 83 at one stage, more even 5
Congratulations.
kilos less. But then I put on a bit more because after Ira was born, I was more focused on her and all those sort of things.
Of course.
I'm not blaming Ira. All I'm saying is I got involved in normal house activities with the baby and all that. So I have put on 3, 4 kilos. But it's still far better than being 100 plus at one stage.
Yeah.
100%,
You must feel so much
100%.
more healthier and light on your feet when you walk in at President's Park in the morning and, you know, thin, crispy air and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the main thing which I have mentioned as well. Not only that, even after looking after Ira as well, like waking up at the middle of the night few times and taking her on the shoulder and walk and all that. I couldn't have done that if I was at the physical stage when I was 3 years before or something.
So lucky you made that decision, you know, before Ira came into this world, and look at you now. You're seeing all the benefits, you know, after, which is something amazing, you know.
Exactly. And what's so
Yeah,
important is
thanks
that.
to you guys and everyone else who supported me.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
but we're
definitely.
definitely gonna be there all the way for this, and that's what I wanted to even ask. You know, where do you see yourself? You know, sort of, you know, continuing your journey. Where do you think this will sort of take? You know, the online Rohit's, like, I guess, journey.
See, no, as you said before, people look at me as idol or someone mentor or someone. I used to look at people for idol and mentor before. That's why I started my journey because I wanted people to look at me, make me accountable, and all that. So now there's no point in stopping because now also many people are looking at me and they want to start their own journeys. Doesn't matter what the journey is, even when they relate to my no fizzy drinks journey or weight loss journey. So I will continue this, and it's better for me to continue anyway because at least I am coming up as an idol or example for some people who want to continue and make their lives better physically and mentally. So I will continue this. Now I will say my next aim is 2,000 days, which I will complete slowly. But then after I will make the 3,000 days aim. So there's no point in stopping. Just continue.
Yeah,
That's
but it's good.
awesome.
It's also important, I think, to celebrate the small wins. So when you get to that 2,000 milestone, maybe you can have like a lunch or something, or, you know, your own little private party or something, and then just, you know, just to enjoy and reward yourself for, you know, reaching so
Setting
far.
small goals,
you know?
to keep yourself going. It's definitely very important. Yeah. And yeah, you're gonna disappoint a
that's
lot of
what
your
I
fan
always
base if
do.
you ever quit. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to quit. That's what I do, like supporting. I did celebrate my 50 days, 100 days, 500 days, 1,000 days. So I do celebrate small milestones as well.
Yeah,
I
that's
love that,
awesome.
man. I love
Awesome. You know, one of my favorite stories is the one in Melbourne Central where you had that train incident. And I want you to sort of share this with everyone if you can, for the people that don't really watch the videos, you know. Do you know which situation I'm talking about? Melbourne Central, where you were running up the train, and the Mikey incident where you couldn't tap on.
Oh yeah. That was in Wyndham Vale Manor Lakes,
Oh, was
like
it
V
Min?
Line station.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So one morning I reached the station, and then normally I catch the train from Werribee station, which is like a metro train station.
Yeah.
But like I have both stations, one other side, one other side. One is metro, one is V Line.
Yeah.
So the metro wasn't working. So I went to the V Line, And sometimes when you go to the news station, you don't remember. So I didn't touch on my Mikey, and I went to the platform.
Yeah.
And by the time the train was already in rolling in the platform, and then I suddenly realized that I didn't touch on my Mikey. So and I realized that the machine was up in the on the stairs
On
on
the
the top.
elevator, yeah.
So I ran very quickly. I ran very quickly on the top and touched my Mikey and came back very quickly. And by the time the train was there in the platform, but haven't even stopped. And
Wow.
why I shared this is more to relate with the physical health, because if it was like 3 years ago before, I wouldn't have done it that easy, or I would have missed the train or caught the other train next one, or I would have just get on the train without touching the Mikey. So that was the thing happened. And that just to show that what everyone and you guys made me healthier now. So in terms of looking after family as well, but these small things as well, which I can achieve now.
It's
That's
like
amazing.
it's like a matter of seconds before a V line train pulls up to the platform,
they're
which means
very
you would have
quick.
had to go all the way up, top up, and come back, or touch on and
Touch
come
on,
back
yeah.
in a sort of amount of seconds. So
Yeah.
that's how you know you're light on your feet, right?
Yeah,
guess
I
what?
got
When-
surprised actually. Yeah, I got surprised. That's why I shared that with everyone.
Yeah. And what amazes me is he came back down before the train fully even stopped.
You
Yeah.
beat the train, man.
He bet the timing, which
That's why we call you a superhero over here, Rohit, man.
Yeah.
And one thing
Thank
about
you.
Tapped In is, man, I've been following your journey for a while, so we just wanted to, bring you on the show to give you your flowers and say, you've got supporters behind you. Please don't stop what you're doing, because if you stop, I can't imagine how many others are going to say, oh, well, if Rohit doesn't, keep his fizzy drink journey, then why should
Exactly.
I, But I wanted to ask, though,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
does sparkling water count as a fizzy drink in your sense?
Yes. Fizzy is basically anything with fizz, and fizz is basically soda or carbonated gas.
Yeah.
So obviously, sparkling water has soda and bubbles coming out of it when you drink it or when you pour it on the glass. So that is fizzy. And there's a small story behind that. So when I was in India, and that time I was fat, having so many fizzy drinks as well. So and people mainly think that you get fat when you drink fizzy drink because of sugar. But doctors have told me that obviously you are fat because of sugar, but because of fizz as well. Fizz is that the same soda and gas. So it was bloating my body as well. So I was fat with sugar, but I was bloated with the gas as well. And that's why I didn't say no sugary drinks for me today. That's why I said no fizzy drinks for me today, because I wanted to get rid of fizz as well.
Okay, I got. Well, actually, I learned something new right now too. I didn't know that the actual carbonated drinks is what makes you bloated. I thought it was, like you said, the sugar, and that's why something like a sugar-free fizzy drink would normally be okay in my mind, But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is why. Maybe that's why I'm still chubby.
So I want to ask: is it just the fizzy drinks that you sort of like cut off fully, or is there like, are you sort of, did you see just because of cutting that fizzy drink, now that you're eating a bit healthier and you're very self-conscious with what you put in your system?
Yeah, I never had alcohol or anything before anyway. My main
Wow.
thing was fizzy drinks anyway. And when we say fizzy drinks, it's more about soft drinks. But now when I say no fizzy drinks, that's everything. No fizzy water, no fizzy drinks, no soft drinks, no alcohol, no nothing, not even fizzy juices, which we get in the shopping center. So any drink I drink should be non-fizzy.
Yeah.
And okay, just one more with the coffees and teas. Are you putting sugars in them, or is it just like you said? Is it just dedicated to the fizzy drinks, not so much the sugar?
No, I do put sugar, but then that's what I have mentioned in the videos as well. Before I put 3 sugars, now I put 2 sugars,
Yeah, you
and then I
lessen
moved
it.
to 1. So I still put sugar, but a bit more healthier way.
Just one sugar or 1 teaspoon or?
Yeah, not the teaspoon, the sachet we get in 7-Eleven.
Yep. That's okay.
So
I mean,
when I get in 7-Eleven, I get 1. Sometimes I put 2 as well. Like sometimes I feel like I want a bit sweet now.
Yeah.
And as I said, because I'm doing other things healthy as well, you can have one sometimes in a day or something, like a week or something. And as I said, I do have fried chicken, I do have pizza, I do have other things which are normally considered unhealthy as well. But it's not as I said, I'm not against anything. It's more about having them in control rather than getting addicted to them.
yeah, it's like when they say everything in moderation.
Moderation.
Yeah.
The 80-20 rule.
That's it.
Except
That's the main thing.
for fizzy drinks. Yeah, Rohit.
Yeah, except for fizzy drinks. Yeah, because I can definitely have a fizzy drink now and I won't be addicted.
Yeah.
But I have no reason to have a fizzy drink.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at how much you've built for yourself. I mean, with your online presence, just by cutting out fizzy drinks. You know what I mean?
And my question is there going to be another challenge that Rohit's going to send, or is it just going to be sticking to fizzy drinks?
No, there will be few more in my plans related to physical well-being as well.
Yeah.
So the only thing is, because when Ira was born, then I realized that if I announce a new challenge or do a new challenge, I won't be able to dedicate myself completely because I have to look after family and Ira. And Ira is still growing up. She is 15 months. So I do have few challenges in my mind to start, but I want her to be maybe 2 years before I start any challenge, because then at least the most important thing is I should be dedicated to, like my no fizzy drinks journey and weight loss journey. I want to be dedicated to anything new. So unless I am really ready to commit myself, I won't announce. But yeah, there are few challenges in my mind, mainly related to physical well-being, which I will announce later.
Yeah, so everybody heard it here. Like, we can't get a bit of insight. Rohit's not going to share and let us know right now. It's a bit too soon, but something's coming. Something's cooking.
Yeah, the insight is it's more related to physical well-being, like getting ourselves more fit and all that. But that's still in the planning stage at the moment.
Well, we'll be supporting you throughout the way, and we're waiting and eagerly excited to see what's coming with Rohit.
And here at Tapped In, we're very we're fanatics when it comes to fitness. So at any point, if you need help along your journey, we will be more than happy just to be a support system for you. With the training, with the diet, with absolutely President's Park. You want to do some laps? We'll be there in a heartbeat.
We'll be there.
Perfect. Thank you.
And just before we let you up and wrap this up, we just want to hear one time. Can we hear the famous Rohit quote when you finish your videos?
Not even actually before you even say that. Not even the famous quote when you finish your videos. For everybody that doesn't really know your platform yet, which they should be knowing already, give us a little example of like what you post and how you post it, if you can. Can we get an insight on today's post?
Yes. So you want me to do a sample video?
Yeah, a sample video
live.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not for today. This is just a sample video. For today's video, I haven't planned yet.
Oh, sure.
Hello everyone. No fizzy drink for me today. It's a lovely Sunday morning. I'm here doing the podcast with the people who support me. After this, I have some house duties to do, some physical work to do, which I will be able to do well because I'm physically fit now. And then I have to look after the family. In the evening, I might go for a dinner with the family because from tomorrow, I'll start working as usual, Monday to Friday. So may as well make a good use of this weekend. It's good weather as well. And in the end, no fizzy drink for me today.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Rohit from Werribee President's Park, man.
You heard it here first, man.
It's been
Rohit.
a pleasure having you on the show, man. And I really want to stay in contact with you, my man. And let us know if you need any help with your next journey. We're going to keep it under disclosure for now, but we're more than ready to be support systems for that, man. So
that's exactly correct. Thank you very much, Rohit, for coming on the show.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
No,
and for everybody
everyone who is supporting me.
Awesome,
and for anybody who's missing out on Rohit's stories, if you want to catch any of his moments, we're going to put all his social media links at the bottom. So feel free to catch up with him. Give him a follow, give him a like, give him some comments, show him some love. You can see he's a good guy and he supports all his fans and his supporters. So, why not, man? So,
definitely. So, Rohit, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much. You're inspiring a lot. And we really do appreciate you coming on the show today.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
No worries,
Pleasure
man.
is ours.
All
Have
the
a
best,
good
man.
one.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Tapped in is tapping out. You heard it right here first.
Tapped in, all you tapped out.
Peace.